So in my last video I showed you that I got myself a brand new beard straightening comb slash brush, and some of you may be wondering, is that really a good idea? Well, how about if I show you when I go from this to this. What's up, bearders, and welcome to Kyle's Keto Beard. So let me make sure that's in there. Today I'm going to show you how I take this scruff to something a little bit more manageable. Granted, I did just trim, so this isn't quite as bad as it normally is or has been, but obviously I've got a little bit of mane up here. I'm going to tackle everything because this isn't just for your beard. You can use it for your hair too and get some little bit of extra styling. But I want to show you what I do to actually get prepared. So one thing that a lot of people have mentioned, that because especially with high temperatures, apparently that's not great for your beard. So sometimes they recommend getting some kind of like a beard spray. Typically it's like sea salt and argan oil or something. I don't have that on hand. I did order some, but I haven't got it in yet. So the next best thing, I want to use some beard oil that's mostly argan oil. What I have here is actually Wolf and Iron's beard oil, and it's if you don't know anything about them, it's good stuff, but it's pure argan oil. It's argan oil and essential oil for the fragrance, so that would give a great protection. That would give great protection for the beard from heat, as far as I'm aware. So every time that I use it, until I get that spray, I'm going to be using an application of this argan oil based beard oil, and that should help protect from the heat. My cat wants to go out of my room. There you go, Mose. So as I alluded to before, get a nice liberal application of the oil. Now again, this is not the most ideal situation because this is, for what it's worth, it is very, very expensive beard oil. Just for reference, Wolf and Iron's beard oil retails for like $25 or something. Now I'll review them eventually. There's a reason I'm kind of waiting to give a review on their beard oil specifically, but whew, they have a smell like no other. So I personally think it's worth it, but stick around, stay subscribed if you want to know my full thoughts and opinions on their beard oils and beard products. But now that we've got that all, just in there, the extras, as if my hair isn't greasy enough, right? Now we've got my brush. It's, as you can see, it's heated to 375, which is kind of, I think that's a little bit on the upper end where some people prefer to keep it. I think some people say between like 340, 350. This is on the upper end. I just found that it ends up working a little bit better. It's easier to control. So I'm going to show you exactly what I do, and I'm going to go ahead and take off my ears here. So to help keep this straight, to straighten the hair, I've learned it's best to kind of like go against the grain, basically, to train the hair. So starting and moving upwards and getting everything going up in the opposite direction you want it to go, and then finally coming down to go in the other direction, tends to make it stay that way longer. It helps kind of, like they say, train the hair to go in that direction. So that's what I've been doing, and it's working for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this here. So obviously the first couple swipes are going to be very hot as the first contact. And don't be alarmed if you see that smoke. That's what we put the argan oil in for, because argan oil has a very high smoke point. So therefore that is not necessarily damaging the beard, or not so much, as it is burning off some of the excess argan oil. So not that that's great, obviously. This is not the healthiest thing for a beard, but I think it definitely looks great. And I feel so long as we treat the beard, now keep in mind I'm going to just kind of not making sure to stay on there too long, you know, just going along, going up a couple of times, making sure that it doesn't stay heated. As long as we're treating the beard, I personally don't mind, you know, it's just like women flat ironing their hair, or guys with long hair. Like I said, I used to have really long hair. I would flat iron my hair. You know, it's a trade-off. You know, you're growing out a ton of hair. If you damage a little bit of it, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. You know, hurting a little bit of this beard is going to be okay, because I've taken so long to grow it and, you know, work on it, that a little bit of damage is okay, because I'm giving it as much treatment as I possibly can with some really good products here. Sorry if I keep clipping the mic there with this. I'm just not used to having it right there. So I'm going to go a couple more swipes up here just to really get it. Granted, this beard is not very long, so it should definitely be ready to go. I'm just being a little extra for the camera. Okay, and then now finally to start going down. And as you can see, yeah, it's definitely keeping in with that motion there. It's definitely straightening out towards the end and taking in a new life as I go in there. There we go. And as you can see, I don't know if you can really tell, but it has taken on, especially if I kind of tuck in this a little bit, that's where it's a little uneven. It's taken on a whole new life and a whole new shape. It's no longer super curly. It's going along with the lines of the face and just kind of dropping down and adding on an extension to that handsome beard you already have. So it's no longer like ball sack hair. Excuse me. It's no longer like pubic hair and just kind of super curly and twirling around and looking like a mess. It now looks like an extension of your hair and just going to flow naturally along. I personally like this. Now, not everyone will have, or not everyone kind of likes that look, and that's totally fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting a more natural looking curly beard. I've just always been obsessed with having something a little bit different. And here's where I would throw a little bit of beard balm, but I'm gonna let that rest. And while that's doing its thing, I'm gonna crank the heat up all the way to the top and work on this mane up here. So you can see exactly what I'm gonna look like at the very end. It's gonna be a bit of a difference from where we started. So once again, while I'm letting that heat up, I'm going to give it a little bit of shout out. Oops, sorry if I got a wobble there. Shout out to some of the products I'm going to throw in. So once this is all done, I'm going to use Crafted Beards Beard Balm to kind of solidify the style in here. I almost kind of don't want to, because I feel like any kind of extra moisture will just start to kind of make it lose its shape, because this is actually really stiff. But I want to throw it in there just because. And for the hair, I actually have a really cool. And for the hair, there's this really cool product I've used. I used Cremo's beard products before, and I really like them. So they've got this kind of this hairstyling cream, and it's not like pomade, or at least I got this specifically because it's not like pomade. It's got low hold. It doesn't give a whole lot of shine. It just gives it like a nice little texture, just to kind of help with a more natural looking hair. And as you can tell, I wanted to look. My goal with this is to not make it look like I'm some, Instagram model. I want it to look like, this is how it naturally is. It just naturally looks a little bit better than what it does, Mr. Scruff coming out of the shower with nothing going on. And so my brush is heated up all the way to 450, which is the max that it goes to. And I'm just going to start doing the exact same thing that I did to the beard with my hair. Go against the grain. Although I guess this is technically how a lot of people would like to actually brush their hair. So actually, since I'm going against this, I'm going to go upwards with this. And yeah, same principle. Give it the heat. I found out that this works a lot easier when the hair is dried, and trust me, oh yeah, I'm going to start looking like Ace Ventura over here real quick. Just at least for a few minutes. If you try to hit this straight out of the shower, you're just going to get a lot of sizzling, and it's not going to do much for you. So if you've got a blow dryer and you're trying to style your hair, now I'm not Kyle's Keto hair styling, so I'm not the expert on actually styling the head hair, but Like I said, I've had long hair before, and this is getting extremely long for me. I really need to get it cut, but as long as I've got it here, I'm definitely going to style it to the best of my abilities. So again, same style. Go train it in the opposite direction first. So back of the head, everything's basically going up. And then we're going to come back down with it here in just a minute once we've started to get everything going on. And yes, you will look completely ridiculous like this for several minutes as you're trying to do this. So just so you know, I'm trading my good looks for a few minutes of YouTube fame. You're welcome. Alright, you ready for this? Alright, let's go in the natural direction. Start from this side. And as you can see, now it starts to take shape just like the beard did. Yeah. Now I'm starting to look like Tobey Maguire in that one scene from Spider-Man. Yup. And yeah, no, I'm not going to end up styling it this way, but it's just because this is, like I said, going in the direction the hair naturally wants to go. And do that all around. Cool. And now that we've got nicely heated, straightened hair, I'm going to take the same comb that I use for my beard. Yeah, I know that's weird. It's really all I have, but I know it's not going to hurt the hair. And I'm going to take... dropped it. So I'm going to take my styling gel here, or my styling cream. Get a nice little... just enough for the fingertip here. Maybe that's a little too much, actually. So, a little dollop. Same thing with all the beard products. Rub it out. And again, this is not for hold or anything like that, so even though it does provide some hold, and yeah, look at the flexibility. Now that the hair is all straightened, at least for the most part. Just work out all of the gel and all of that cream that you've got on your hand. And now you can take it. It's got a little oomph to it now. It'll go where you want it to go. Yeah. Get kind of like that pompadour-like effect here. And then again, just kind of fluff it out so that it's not relying on the cream to keep it together, because that's not, again, this specifically, what I'm going for is not really like hold, and it's going to loosen up once you get out in the elements anyway. So, how about that? Not the most even, but, and yeah, I'm not a hairdresser. That looks really uneven. Let me do something about this flat side of the hair. Just to get a little bit more volume, just to fluff it out. Okay, those random hairs there. Alrighty, so with that out of the way, I think. Hey. Oh, I know. Okay. So, now that we've got the head hair out of the way, last but not least, take the beard balm. I don't like to get too much, just barely enough, because this beard balm here from Crafted Beards is actually very thick and kind of heavy. So, work that in. Again, take it, work it out. So I'm not the best judge from this tiny little recording screen, but hey, I'll say I went through a little bit of a transformation here, and I don't do this every day, but this is just when I kind of want to go out. So you tell me, do I look better like this or like this? Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Is this for you? I don't know. All depends on what kind of look you're going for. So stay subscribed for more videos like this and more reviews. This is just one of the many different types of content to come in the future. And let me know if I look any more handsome or if I just look dumb. So thank you. Leave a like, leave a comment, stay subscribed, and I'll catch you on the next time.